Okay, so one of the things that Mr. Krause and I discussed during class this past week at Maplewood Elementary was this chord progression that we didn't really use in anything, but we might want to learn just for the future because it's fun, it's easy, and it's used in a whole bunch of different songs. I thought it was used in The Lion Sleeps, but it's not actually used. It's a different chord progression. It goes like this. It's a C chord. We're going to call C1. That's Roman numeral 1 for this particular exercise. And an A minor chord. And that's going to be our 6th chord. And an F chord. That's going to be our 4 chord. And a G7 chord. That's going to be our 5 chord. And then back to our 1, our C. Now, it doesn't matter what key you're in, that whatever major key you might be in, it's a very common chord progression. The 1, the 6, the 4, the 5, and the 1. In this case, what we're talking about is a C chord, an easy chord to do, followed by an A minor chord, an easy chord to do, followed by an F chord, which is pretty easy when you've already started from the A minor, followed by this, which is called a G7 chord, which is a little more tricky, but is easier to learn when we're learning this chord progression than back to C, okay? So I'm going to go through it one more time. I'm going to tell you which fingers go on which frets. So the C chord you probably know. I'm putting my ring finger, my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, and an A minor chord, I'm playing the string closest to my chin on the 2nd fret. I'm playing the G string on the 2nd fret. I'm using my middle finger to play the 2nd fret. That's an A note and an A minor chord. Now I'm going to put my pointer down on the E string on the 1st fret. That turns this chord into an F. So I have 1st fret on the E string, 2nd fret on the G string. That makes an F chord. Now, this is one you have to really watch for. The G7 chord. I'm going to leave my pointer exactly where it is. You got to freeze that pointer, lift your middle and move it over 1 string. It's still on the 2nd fret, you've just moved it over 1 string. Now take your ring finger and put it down on the 2nd fret of the A string, the one that's closest to the ground. That's a G7.
Hey, that's great. And I like that your thumb is on the back of the neck. That's correct.
Keeping the fingers nice and arched so that they don't get in the way of the other strings. C to the A minor. A minor to the F chord. F chord to the G7 chord. And one last thing, no need for me to reinvent the wheel. If you want to see a great tutorial on how to use those 6 chords to play Stand By Me, look up here on YouTube, Cynthia Lynn, Stand By Me tutorial. We will see you in the next class.